Hi everyone. I have this example of and Kieran's under my chair. I have an example. Spirit kind of showed me because I don't understand everything about tariffs, but this is sort of a fiction novel example, like a parable of how to understand the tariffs. And of course, most people watching are probably Democrat or just at least not MAGA. But this is just the example that I got, so I'm put it out there. Um, okay, tariffs. So the tariffs are like a car, and you have this old car. It's a Nissan. It's nice. It's a nice car, and you're almost done paying for it. You got a job. You got insurance. Things are good. You like the car. However, your friend Donald, who's always you didn't grow up in the same neighborhood, but he's always come and pat you on the back and said he understands you and he's there for you and how's your day going? And he's got a bad reputation across town, but he's always been nice to you. So you kind of feel loyal to him. Now, the thing about Donald is, yeah, he's got a bad reputation. You've heard rumors, but he's nice to you. And he'll hand you $100 bill sometimes when he sees you, and you're like, wow, this is a great guy. Um, and he has these enemies called Hillary, Barack, and Joe. And he has lots of enemies, but those in particular, because those are the ones who say that they know everything about him. And he's not a nice guy. They call him a criminal and all sorts of things. So he hates them. And you don't know if the rumors are true. All you know is that Donald's always been nice to you. Well, one day Donald comes to you and he says once again, because he sees your car, he's done this before, but he's like, hands down, you got to get rid of that old car. And you're like, why? And he says, because Hillary, Barack, and Joe all had a car like that. And every time I see your car, it reminds me of Hillary, Barack, and Joe. And man, you cannot have a car like them. You cannot. You deserve a better car. You deserve a much better car. I'm going to find a way for you to get a new car that has nothing to do with Hillary, Barack, or Joe. And aside from stealing a car, you don't know how that would happen because you're making payments on this one. You can't afford a new car payment. You like your job, but you're not making $1 million. If things are good, right? Things are pretty good. Things are good, getting better, but you can't afford a $600 car payment right now. But he's telling you he's going to help you. He's going to help you get a brand new car. So he says, here's the plan. We're going to drive your old car through town, and I'm going to wreck it on purpose. Because you got insurance, right? I got insurance. Okay, I'm going to wreck it. And then we'll tell the insurance that it was an accident, and then you'll get money for a brand new car. So you have a moment. You have a moment when you can say no. Because here's the thing. The chances of you getting enough money for a brand new car are not good. And it's just a bad idea. It's immoral. It's bad. It's reckless. It's crazy. And it's wrong. It's like morally wrong. Plus the fact, more than anything else, innocent bystanders could get hurt. So you can say no at any time. But he keeps bugging you and bugging you until you just say, okay. So you let him behind the wheel, and he goes through a red light, and he hits 3 cars. Someone dies. A baby gets sent to a hospital. Other people have whiplash, and a whole bunch of other people have fender benders around the accident scene. But these 3 cars, major damage, your car is totaled. You tell the insurance you accidentally wrecked the car. The light was green. You tell them the light was green. The other cars hit you. They hit you. And now you want your insurance payout. But in the meantime, you have to get a rental car to get to work. And that's costing you some money. But Donald told you this is going to work and you're going to get the brand new car. So you ride this out, a couple weeks go by, and then the insurance says, we have evidence that the light was red and you went through a red light. And bystanders say, you weren't even behind the wheel. You let this jerk, this criminal, this well-known criminal in town who tries to run everything. He's done this to other people too, by the way. And you let him behind the wheel. But you made the decision. It's your car, your insurance, so you're responsible. And so you're not going to get that brand new car, which, by the way, you had to take time off work to look at new cars, and you could just no way you could afford that payment. And now you're not going to, and your insurance drops you, and you lose your job because you did this horrible thing. This is really all your fault. It's all your fault. But there's still that seed in your mind. Your friend Donald is still telling you, he's telling you it's all Hillary, Barack, and Joe's fault that this happened. Because if they hadn't messed with him, and if they hadn't have driven a car like that, you'd never be in this situation. It's all their fault. And you believe that for a while until your whole life is wrecked. Your whole life is wrecked. And still, you really should care more about the innocent bystanders. The kid that's crippled now, the person that died, etc., etc. You still have that seed in your mind that it's all Hillary, Barack, and Joe's fault. But one day you finally stand there and you say, it's my fault. And the car is like the tariffs. 45, you keep saying it's going to get better, it's going to work, it's going to work, it's going to work. It's not going to work. It's actually going to get worse. And there has to be that point when every MAGA says, this is my fault. Everyone who is in Congress and the Senate and the Supreme Court who's aiding and supporting 45, Donald, they're all at fault. At some point you have to say, it's my fault. And what do? You should have never let him behind the wheel. Never. Never. You always have to make your own. You always keep your hands on the wheel. So that's what Spirit showed me. And I guess I'll stop it here. I have more to say. I need to take my sweet baby for a walk here. But that's what Spirit showed me about the tariffs and just about 45 in general, and a message to MAGA. I know they just want to keep blaming Democrats and Hillary and Barack and Joe. But this isn't Hillary and Barack and Joe's fault. It's your fault. You have to get to the point where you stand in your truth at some moment and you say, I allowed this to happen. I'm at fault. And what do we do now? And I would say what we do now is we get Donald out from behind the wheel of your car, the car of America. It's not going to get better. It's going to get worse. And that should be everyone's slogan from now on. It's not going to get better. It's going to get worse. Thanks for listening. Bye.